Hey guys, today's video is going to be a get ready with me in which I'm going to be talking about the shows I'm into. We're gonna be maybe giving you a little spoilers, so spoiler alert here. If you haven't seen any of the shows that I'm gonna be mentioning in this video, just skip that part from the show in case that you wanna watch it. But I really wanted to make this video because we're gonna be giving a little chismecito time and also doing my makeup, trying new makeup products that actually released not too long ago, and we're gonna be playing and talking about the new things that are going on TV right now. So without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, let's start doing our eyes first because that's the longest process of the whole makeup look that I'm gonna be doing. And let's start with maybe shows, like reality shows, because my husband and I really are not into reality shows much. So the only one that we actually watch together is Married at First Sight, and that show is so like sometimes it's really amazing in the sense that how the relationships develop when people don't even know each other, like they don't know their names, they get married, they don't know their names, they don't know anything about each other. So sometimes it works, they stay together, they actually build a good relationship, a good marriage, they have kids and all that. And then sometimes it's a complete disaster. Last season was like a shit show. I would say like show because it was ridiculous. Everyone ended up getting divorced. At the beginning, we were like hoping that two of the couples actually worked, which was Bao and Johnny and Jill and Mirla. We were like rooting for them, making sure that they will work. We were sure that they will actually work out because they look together very cute. They have a lot in common. They actually were having a good time together at the beginning. But then Bao and Johnny fell apart. And then Jill and Mirla ended up together, like they didn't divorce, because at the end of the 8 weeks, they have to make a decision whether they want to get a divorce or stay together. And actually, Jill and Mirla stayed together, but when they went into the reunion, they end up getting a divorce after the decision day. So when we watched the reunion, we couldn't believe that they weren't together anymore because they were actually having a good time. They looked good together. They worked together, but Mirla ended up to be like crazy girl, and now she's kind of dating Johnny. So it was crazy. It was crazy. So if you don't watch it, you have to watch that one, at least one season, to see if you like it or not, because it's pretty interesting. And that's the only reality show that actually my husband and I watch. The other one that we watch, like whenever a new season is available on Netflix, is Selling Sunset. We watched the first season and we actually like it. Like, those girls are crazy too. They are super dramatic. Everything that they say and how they behave with each other is ridiculous. Sometimes it's too much. I feel like a lot of the stuff that happens is really unnecessary, but they make it like a huge deal. And this new season, like the whole thing with Queen and how they are like bullying her. And she deserves some of the stuff that's happening actually, but some of the stuff, I think they're taking it too deep. That show is also super dramatic. We tried to watch the new one that they're filming here in Florida, the Selling Tampa, but we didn't like the vibe and how some of the girls actually behave, and we didn't like how the show was like the vibe of the show. We didn't like it too much. So we actually watched like 2 episodes and we stopped. Like, we couldn't watch anymore. By the way, the eyeshadow that I'm using is this new eyeshadow palette. Well, it's somewhat new because you know how ColourPop is. They release like a new thing every 5 seconds. So this was one of the new big palettes they released. It's called Play Jewel. And I actually bought it. I think they released it last December, like at the beginning of December, and I didn't use it. Like, I bought it, I didn't use it, so I wanted to see how it worked now. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do like a hello eye in brown and green. So I'm gonna place the green shade in the middle. So other shows that we have been watching a lot, we rewatch because I didn't watch it before, my husband did, but I didn't. American Horror Story. I actually love the show. We rewatch it. He rewatched it. I watched it for the first time. And the only season that we didn't watch together was the first season, because the first season I actually watched like half of it and didn't like it much because I couldn't like follow the story. But then we watched from the second season to the last season that was aired, and I really like it. It was very interesting. Another show that I rewatched with him because I watched up until the 5th season, like mid 5th season, was This Is Us. I was talking about this show with him all the time, and he's not into the drama and stuff like that, like drama shows. He likes it, but it has to have some type of story that he will actually be interested in. So I was telling him, you're gonna like this one, you're gonna like this one, and he was like, okay, let's watch it together. And then he loved it. So now This Is Us is airing the last season. I think it premiered last week, and we watched the first episode of this final season, and we were like, oh my God, we're gonna miss this show so much. I love the show. It's very, like, if you have siblings, you will understand a lot of the story, and you will identify a lot with the storytelling. And the photography of the show, the cinematography part of it is very nice. So I really recommend, if you like drama shows, that one is a good one to watch. The other one that we watch also is Good Doctor. Good Doctor is about a doctor that has autism. We actually like it. Like, I'm not into the shows like that had to be with hospitals and stuff and doctors, like Grey's Anatomy. I watched Grey's Anatomy like half of the first season, and I was already bored because I feel like Grey's Anatomy is like a Mexican telenovela, but in a TV series type of style. So I really didn't like it much, but a lot of people love that show and have watched every single season of it. Right now, like, Grey's Anatomy has like 20 seasons, so it's too much for me. But this one is not as dramatic, and what I like is that the story is very light. The show is about the doctor and how he handles his autism in different situations and stuff like that, which is very nice. It helps you like understand how people with autism can interact actually and have a normal life, a normal career, and all that. That's something that I really like about the show. And I love the actor. He is amazing. Everything that he does is so good. I used to watch Bates Motel with him. Freddie Highmore. He was the main character in Bates Motel, and amazing. He's such a good actor. So I really like that one. Let me focus on makeup very quick. I'll be right back. Let me see if I can finish my eye makeup. Okay, perfect. I'm back. And I'm applying the green and also another shade in the center. I applied Crown and Sparkle. In case you have this palette and you wanna try this look. And I love how shiny they are. Look at that. I love how sparkly the shades are. I feel like these have more of a shimmer to it, so they look more sparkly than ColourPops generally do the shimmers. And it makes sense because the palette is called Jewel, so it has to be super sparkly, I guess, but super, super nice. Okay, talking about other shows, I'm trying not to give you like much of a spoiler alert over there, because in case you haven't watched anything, I just don't want to tell you everything that's going on in the show and then ruin somebody's watching time. So, okay, the other shows that we watch, I already talked about This Is Us. Sauce, Good Doctor. Oh, Emily in Paris. We haven't watched this new season. We're gonna start watching it maybe this weekend and see how the story is going. I haven't heard anything about it, like if people don't like it or do like it or what's going on with the new season. I really haven't heard anything negative or positive about it, but I have to watch this new season and see how the story is developing now. But I really like the first season. I feel like it is a very light and very girly type of show, which is fine. And I love the characters and everything. The actress is very good. So I really, really love the story. So I just have to watch this new season and see what's going on. The other show that I watch is that I started watching this new reboot. Is Just Like That. And I really didn't like how they are working this new reboot. I feel like some of the characters are not the same anymore. I feel like they try to make everything around Carrie, and at the beginning I didn't understand the reason why they killed Big, but now we do. Now with everything that happened with that actor, I guess it makes sense now. But at the beginning I was like, man, I really wanted to see how their story was going, like how their love story actually ended up going, because they have such a rocky relationship in the original series that I really wanted to see how happy they were going, like how their marriage was developing, if they were truly happy and if they really worked out all of their problems and issues that they had and everything. So I really wanted to see that, and by them killing him on the very first episode, for me was like, okay, so I guess they would never have a happy relationship, like a happy ending. And the whole thing about the inclusiveness is a very sensitive topic, and I'm not sure if they're really working on it in the right way. So I'm super confused on that part. I don't know. I always thought whenever I saw that show, I always thought that they are such a open mind girls living in New York City, and where people are supposed to be open mind. New York City is the city where you can do and be however you want, and nobody's gonna judge you. So that's the only state in this country that I feel like you can truly be however you want and nobody's gonna say anything. And now the way they're trying to portray them is like they're not like that anymore. Like they do have taboos, they do have certain things that they are not into, and certain people that they are not gonna be around with and stuff like that. So I didn't like it. I don't know. I'm gonna continue watching it just to see how they go with the story, but I really don't like this reboot. Like I feel like the original one plus the movies are the best, and I really miss Samantha. I feel like without Samantha, the show is kind of lame. So that isn't Just Like That. And another show that I started watching, but for some reason I felt like a little bored, like in the middle of it, and I stopped, was You. I have to finish it because a lot of people told me that the very first episodes are not too interesting, but from the middle to the end actually it gets better. So I'm gonna continue with it. But I was bored because they started killing people like people were, I don't know, mosquitoes. They were killing people like crazy, and I felt like it's too much. Like now they're pushing it with the killing. That's why I wasn't like not too into it. But I'm going to finish it to see how the story develops. By the way, for foundation, I'm using the new foundation by Lisa Eldridge. I've been loving this foundation so much because I feel like this foundation, even though it's a matte foundation, I feel like it's such a nice matte and super lightweight. You don't feel the foundation at all. So I'm using that. And Benefit Cosmetics actually sent me a package with a bunch of stuff, which I really appreciate. Thank you so much, Benefit. And they sent me this concealer, the Boiling, I think it's called, Cakeless Concealer. And the numbers I'm using is 6 and 10, because I think 6 is too light and 10 is too dark. So I'm just mixing the two together because they didn't send me my exact shade. And with that, I'm just going to work my under eye. This is the first time using this concealer, so hopefully I like it. It's pretty nice. Wow, it covers very nicely. I applied just a tiny bit and it gave me a very nice coverage. Wow. And it's very lightweight. It feels very lightweight. Wow. I like it. Very, very nice. So let me do my brows too very quick, and I'm gonna be using for my brows Precisely Brow from Benefits 2, and I'm going to use the shade 4.5 and also the Gimme Brow Gel. I started to watch Ted Lasso with my husband, but he cheated and he finished watching it by himself. So now he has to rewatch it with me. What other show? Oh, Euphoria is coming up. So we're waiting on that one. Another show that we actually loved is Casa De Papel. You can watch that one in English too. It's a Spanish show. And everyone that I have recommended it to have loved it. So you need to watch that one. It's about a group of people that are trying to steal money from the national treasure. And it's a very nice show. I really loved it. And the last season was this December. So yeah, we were a little depressed about it because we didn't have nothing to watch in December. Only Casa De Papel, and he was done. Wow, this is my first time actually using this my brow precisely my brow pencil. That's the name. This is my first time using it. It's super creamy. It's very, very creamy. You have to have a light hand with it because it goes super, super dark if you don't pay attention. Because the Anastasia Beverly Hills one actually is super like waxy. It has a lot of wax to it. It gives a nice tone to the brows, but you actually, if you go overboard with it, it's super easy to fit. But this one is very, very creamy. So if you go overboard, it can get a little too dark. So you have to make sure that you don't apply a lot of it. But I like it. I really love how beautiful it gave me the hair strokes and all that. And it's super easy to use. It's a very fine brow pencil. So I really love it. Thank you, Benefit, for sending me this. Became my new favorite. Perfect. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful. I really love it. Okay, so let me put some gel to it to set it. And this one I used it before and I really love it. And it has a little tint to it, which is nice. And it sets the brows very nicely too. I really love it. One of my favorite brow setters. Okay, to set my makeup, I'm going to be using the One Size Beauty Translucent Powder. And this is also one of my favorite powders right now because it's super lightweight. You don't feel it at all in your face. And it gives like a blur effect also, especially on the under eye. It's one of my favorites. I'm gonna set my entire face with it because for blush and bronzer and all that, I'm gonna be using powder too. Let's finish my bottom lashes very quick. And what I'm gonna get is the same brown that I use on the outer corners. I'm going to just buff it in the bottom part. Like this. Shows that I wanna watch that I actually didn't get the chance to. Out of curiosity, I really wanna watch Bridgerton, I think it's called. Bridgerton is the one that I wanna watch that I didn't get the chance to watch it. Everybody in TikTok, Instagram, everywhere we're talking about that show. And I really wanted to watch it, but didn't really pay attention. Like every time that I would put it on, I would put something else and forget about it. I really want to watch that one. Another one that I want to watch that nobody has telling me anything about it. I just, every time that I go to Netflix, I see it and I'm like, I wonder what it's about. Is The Witcher. I do like those kind of stories. Like I watched The 100 and I really love that show. Another one that I watched that it was sci-fi like that, I don't remember. No, I think the only one that I recently watched was The 100. That was the only one, because all the shows that I always watch are with my husband and he doesn't like those type of shows much. So we always choose stuff or stories we both want to watch together. But The Witcher is one that I really want to see what it's about. Other shows that we watch also are cuisine. Like recently we watched together The School of Chocolate and it was super good. I really love that one. Another one that I recommend is Chef Table. That one is very, very good. It has such a good cinematography too. What other one? The Great Baking Show. I watched the first season by myself, but I didn't keep watching it. Other ones that we watch because we love, like we laugh with the theme and everything, and the people cooking horribly and everything is Nailed It. It's super fun because Nailed It is about people that go to the show, doesn't know how to do anything, like doesn't know how to bake, how to cook, nothing, but they go there and try to make a cake that somebody from the judge table designed, and generally they make horrible tasting and looking cakes. So we always watch it and end up laughing at everything because it's super funny. And the other one that we watched too is Baking Impossible, and it was pairs. It was a group of people, but it was in pairs. And one of them was an engineer and the other one was a baker. So they have to bake something that had both an engineer part of it and of course a cake and all that. And they will put the cake into a stress test. So they have to make something that was for balancing, another one that has to go through obstacles and stuff like that. So it was super, super fun to watch. What other baking shows we watched? No, Chef Table. Chef Table was amazing. We both like it. So I'm trying this new bronzer that came into my Ipsy bag. I haven't heard about, well, I have tried a lot of stuff from this brand, but never this bronzer. And this is the Brown's Beauty Powder Wear Ombre Bronzer. It has a little shine to it, but what I am experiencing is a little too orange. So I'm applying it almost like it was a blush because I don't want to get it too low and have a lot of orange in my face. But I really wanted to try it out and now I know how it looks. And for blush, I'm going to be using from Alamar Cosmetics. They actually released a new collaboration with Disney and the Encanto movie. If you watch Encanto, I bet you fell in love with it. I love the movie. And this is two of the products that they released with the collection. And one of them is a blush and the other one is a highlighter. This is the highlighter and the blush. So the blush is called Hermosa Rosa, and that's what we're gonna use today. Wow, it's super pigmented. You can see it there. I love it. It has a beautiful like orangey tone to it, but also with like a bubblegum pink. It's like a combination, but it's very, very pigmented. So a little bit goes a long way with it. I love it. And let's see how is the highlighter. The highlighter's name is Flex Alert. Wow, gorgeous. Okay, I'm gonna add some mascara. This is the ColourPop Level Up mascara. I wanted to put on some lashes, but I think I'm gonna leave it like that. I feel like a little lazy to put lashes. So I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm just gonna clean here because I mess up with the mascara. And always let the mascara dry up and then clean it with the spoolie like this if you ever mess up like I did. And lastly, for my lips, I'm going to be doing this popping pencil by Murillo Twins and Beauty Creation. The color is called Popping, and this is like a brownish nude color. This color actually is very nice, very pretty. If you wanna take a look at it, it's still available in Beauty Creation site. And I'm going to be trying this soft matte lip cream by NYX Cosmetics. Actually, this came in the Walmart. I have like a seasonal subscription with Walmart. Every 3 months they send me I pay $6 for this subscription box, and it comes with the bestsellers of the season. So for the last season, for December, they sent me this, which was one of the most sold colors in the soft matte lip creams from NYX. I think this color went viral on TikTok also. This is California, and everybody was using it and loving it. So I'm going to try it out. I actually like it. It's very pink. So I'm glad that I choose this pencil that is more into the brown side. But I really like the color. It's very nice. It's very comfortable. It's a matte, but it's a very comfortable matte. So I love it. And it goes well with the eye makeup that I did, so I really like it. And lastly, I'm going to apply this setting spray by Benefits. They sent me this too. This is the Porefessional Super Setter setting spray. So I'm gonna spray that in my face. Okay. Smells very nice. And this is supposed to help like shrink the pores and have like a more smooth makeup application. And I really love it. It did emphasize the highlighter a little bit more. You can see there like the highlighter shows a little bit more, and it smells good. The mist is very fine, so I really like it. And that's it, guys. This is the final look. This is a very nice look that I wanted to try out. This ombre with green. Green right now is going on so hard. A lot of people are rocking the green look. And I really wanted to try this palette and play with it, so I did. I hope you guys liked the video. Let me know in the comments below which shows would you recommend me watching, no matter the platform. I really want to see what else is going on. What do you watch during Christmas time or before Christmas time that you really love and enjoy? If I didn't mention it here, please recommend me your favorite show in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you like this type of videos, also let me know in the comments below so I make you more, maybe talking about movies, maybe talking about a specific show that you want me to give opinions about. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to share this video with your friends. Give me thumbs up, and I see you on the next one. Bye bye. Yo.